Let's dive straight in. Section 5. The loneliness in a crowd. Ever been surrounded by people yet felt like you were completely invisible? It's a weird feeling, right? Here's the twist. It happens to more people than you think, even the most popular ones. Take Lily, for example. She had a massive group of friends, but every time they'd hang out, she'd feel like she was on the outside looking in. Psychologically, this is called social disconnection. You're physically present, but emotionally you feel like a stranger. The mind creates a paradox where you're supposed to feel connected, but instead you feel isolated. You're not alone in feeling this way. It's just that most people never talk about it. But hey, at least you can be the mysterious one who really understands the room. Section 4. The secret resentment. Okay, let's get uncomfortable. Resentment. The one emotion that makes you feel like a bad person for even having it. You've probably felt it towards someone you care about, maybe a family member or a close friend. But you don't tell them. Why? Because it feels petty, childish, or just plain wrong. Think of Jason, who secretly resented his older brother for always stealing the spotlight. The thing is, resentment is natural, but we avoid it like the plague because we don't want to look selfish. The real kicker here is that holding on to it doesn't make it go away. It festers. So next time that feeling hits, realize it's okay to feel it. Just don't let it own you. Pretending it's not there doesn't make it disappear. Section 3. The fear of being too much. Ever held back from speaking your mind because you were worried you'd be too much for others? You've probably toned down your excitement, your opinions, or your humor just to avoid that judgmental look. But here's the twist. Being too much is often exactly what people want. Take Maria. She kept all her bold opinions to herself, afraid of being labeled as overwhelming. But one day, she let herself go off on a passionate rant. And guess what? She realized her friends were waiting for her to speak up. People crave authenticity, even if it feels like you're too loud. That fear you have, it's just your mind telling you to shrink, when the reality is that the more you embrace your full self, the more people are drawn to you. So maybe being too much isn't such a bad thing after all. Section 2. The guilt of wanting more. Here's the dirty little secret. Feeling guilty for wanting more is more common than you think. It's that feeling that creeps in when you feel like you're being selfish for wanting more out of life. More success, more joy, more anything. Take Daniel, who felt guilty every time he wanted to take a risk and step out of his comfort zone. His family told him he should be grateful for what he had. But the truth? Wanting more isn't a crime, it's growth. The guilt comes from a twisted societal notion that if you're not constantly content with what you have, then you're ungrateful. But here's the thing. The desire for more doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. So stop apologizing for wanting to chase your dreams. Section 1. The fear of being understood. This one's a real kicker. You think you want to be understood, but deep down you're terrified of it. Picture this. You want to share something deep and vulnerable with someone, but you hold back. Why? Because what if they really understand? What if they see every flaw, every fear, and every doubt you've been hiding? Sometimes, the fear of being truly seen is scarier than the fear of rejection. It's like Kate, who wanted to tell her best friend about her struggles, but never did. She was terrified of her friends seeing her as weak or not good enough. The thing is, being understood doesn't always lead to judgment. It leads to connection. And once you embrace that, the fear of being seen fades, and true intimacy can bloom. That's all for today. If you've been hiding these feelings, know that you're not alone. The stuff we keep buried is what makes us human, and it's time we start embracing it. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.